Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and I'm making a layout today for Hip Kit Club. I'm still working with the September kits, so I have the main kit, I also have the Pocket Life kit and the Embellishment Kit and the colour kit too. So the whole lot, the works. Today is Sketch Friday, so I am using this sketch by Elsie Robinson, our challenge today is to flip the sketch. So I'm literally turning the sketch upside down. You can see me do it there, I'm going to follow it in like that. So I keep having to refer to it all the way through because yeah, my mind boggles sometimes at the writing being upside down and that kind of thing. So, but yeah, I keep referring to it and I just about get there. So I'm starting off by using this Dear Lizzie paper, and I've torn a section at the bottom. I just love that colour of green. That tone of green is just the most beautiful thing ever. So I have really green photos, so that goes perfectly well. I've torn a layer to go at the bottom of my layout, and then I've torn another strip of the dark green paper that's on the reverse of the one with all the florals that's there. So I've torn a strip of that as well, just to add a little bit of contrast. I think in the end I actually cover almost all of it up anyway, but you know, these things happen. I am now fussy cutting out some florals. So Elsie's sketch has got lots of florals on it, I have been looking forward to fussy cutting one of these sheets of beautiful flowers by Dear Lizzie. She's Magic Collection. So I'm just fussy cutting a load of those out at the moment, I'm going to layer those up behind my photos to create the embellishments and kind of clusters as well. So I've probably end up with a lot more flowers on my layout than is on the sketch, but I'm really happy with it, the way that it turned out. Those I just can't get enough of those flowers. They're just so pretty. Okay, so just kind of getting everything stuck in place now. So I'm just going ahead and making decisions quickly and sticking my layout in place, the bottom torn piece in place. I decided to trim it down slightly so it's not the full width of my cardstock, and I just wanted to distress the edges of it basically and rough it up a little bit and make it look really pretty. That's why I thought I would make it a little bit narrower and also bring it up from the bottom edge as well, just so that it looks like it's sitting within that white border. Okay, you can see that my layout's taking shape now. I've got my 3 photos I've got lots of florals going on here. For my 3 photos, I've got 2 square ones and 1 portrait photo. So that's a bit unusual for me. I don't usually have many square photos, but those butterflies looked so lovely in squares that I thought I would do it that way. And of course, I also don't normally mix photo sizes, so to have a portrait and 2 squares is a bit odd. However, it works well because the portrait one can go in the middle and the 2 squares can go either side. So it would be more difficult if they were just 2 photos and there were 2 different sizes. I think that this is kind of balanced because the big one goes in the middle. Okay, so I just felt that the top of my layout needed something, kind of needed grounding even though it's at the top. So I've added a strip of paper to the top of the layout as well. Again, I've trimmed it down, it's not the full width, and I've distressed it as well. And now I just want to mount my photos on some journaling cards, and some vellum. So I really love the vellum that's in the September kits. I think it just gives a whole lovely soft textured look, an extra layer of something that I don't often use, and I think I'm gonna have to start using it more often because I really do love it. I've really enjoyed working with it this month. So I've just put a layer of that behind my large photo, and then I've mounted the other 2 photos onto Pocket Life journaling cards. That's what I don't do Project Life, so I mostly just use my journaling cards for paper layers really. Extra patterns and extra colours, and they're really great for mounting photos. They're really great quality, the Hip Kit Pocket Life cards, really good quality. So they distress really nicely, and they're just really lovely to work with. Okay, so I'm now going to get my photos stuck in place. They're all mounted now, so can be stuck down. So I've just got those three I've decided to offset slightly, so rather they were all clustered together in the middle, but because I wanted to include that Dear Lizzie frame and it to be seen, I have made the left photo further over to the left, so I've left a gap between the left photo and the middle photo. Okay, so I'm just carrying on getting my flowers in place. So now that my photos are stuck down, my florals can be stuck down as well. So I'm just getting those in place. I'm sticking them with a bit of regular tape, double-sided tape, and also some foam pads too. That's just to make the edges and the petals stand up a little bit so they have some lovely dimension. And those ones that are full flowers in the foreground, they're just raised on foam pads completely. And I keep kind of adding little extra bits. I feel that some areas needed a bit more colour, so I've just come back with it, an extra flower here and there. So now I need to get my title in place. So following the sketch completely, I'm putting my title underneath my photos, and I've gone that these alphas by Dear Lizzie are huge. So I had to make sure that I could actually fit this title in. I wanted to use the word Flutters, and I wanted to use the little teeny tiny alpha stickers by Pretty Little Studio to say all the. So I've got the title is All the Flutters. It's about butterflies, so this title worked really well. Yeah, I just had to make sure I could get all of that in place, and then I figured I could carry on with my embellishing after my title was down. When I have big elements, normally I tend to try to start with those, or at least incorporate them at an early part of the layout rather than right at the end, because then you can never fit anything in, or I can't anyway, because I put so much on my layouts. So I felt like I had to get that title in ASAP, so that I didn't miss my opportunity and end up with nowhere to put my title. Okay, so just coming in with the really beautiful Dear Lizzie She's Magic stickers. They have got this pearlescent sheen to them, which is absolutely beautiful. I think it's so pretty. I'm just pulling off whichever stickers work well with this colour scheme that I've got going on. Obviously, almost all of this collection is Dear Lizzie She's Magic, so it all goes really nicely together anyway. It made my layout today come together really, really easily. I'm just pulling out now a few other bits and pieces. These 3 tickets are from the Paige Evans Journaling Spots pack that came in this month's kit, and I just felt that they gave a bit more of an intense colour. So the green was just a bit more of an intense green, and the pink as well. So I just tucked those in behind my photos, and I keep looking at those flowers. Can I fit any more in? Not sure. I did flirt with the idea of putting one at the bottom where I've got that tear at the bottom of my layout, so I thought I would put one there, but actually they're way too big and my tear's too small, so I decided to leave that in the end. So just coming in with the little things now, so I've got a couple of buttons on there, and then I'm adding in some of the enamel shapes from the Dear Lizzie She's Magic Enamel Shapes pack, and then I have these enamel dots as well by Pink Fresh Studio Office Hours, and the colours of the enamel dots there go really well with the colour scheme that I've got going on as well. Obviously, these kits are designed to coordinate with each other, so therefore when you have different collections, they still go together. It doesn't matter that they're different collections at all. And that's what I love so much about HipKit, is that the collections are all mixed, and it means that you can mix things up slightly. So I've just put another banner from the Paige Evans Journaling Spots pack at the top there. It says "You Amaze Me," and even though that is not represented on the sketch, I figured that that's okay. The sketch is only a starting point anyway. There was some splatters on the sketch, and I thought I would add those in. It actually looked like a whole mixed media kind of splash behind the photos, but I decided not to do that, but just add splashes at the end. So I've mixed together 2 of the Lindies that came in the September colour kit to create like a greeny shade, and I've splattered those onto my layout there. So just a few at the top going up to the top middle. So I really have achieved this sketch upside down, which I'm really pleased with. I'm just handwriting in my journaling now, and that is me done. So thank you so much for joining me today. That was Niki Rowland for Sketch Friday. Head over to the forum, so the Hip Kit Club group on Facebook, and joining with the challenge over there. Thank you so much for watching. That was Niki Rowland